Hello and welcome to another match preview show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. Liverpool are back in action in the Europa League. It's been a 3-month gap, but we're back in the hunt for another trophy in the cabinet. Liverpool will be facing Czech Republic side Sparta Praha in the round of 16 first leg. So let's analyze our opponents. I'll then present the team news along with the predicted lineups. I'll also reveal my score prediction. So let's analyze Sparta Praha and how they've done so far this season. They're currently first in the Czech First League with 60 points. They've got 19 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 defeat, which is a great record domestically. And they've been in great form in recent weeks as well. 4 wins on the bounce, and then a 0-0 draw last weekend against Slavia Praha, who are currently second in the league. So their record in the league is pretty decent. They've got 55 goals and they've only conceded 15, which is pretty good in terms of their defensive record. In terms of personnel, the top scorer in the league is Lucas Haraslin, who is a left winger by trade and has notched up 10 goals and 4 assists in 18 games. He's also scored 3 goals in 7 games in the Europa League, so he's certainly one to watch. There are other attacking players also in the lineup that can cause issues to the Liverpool defense, and that's the likes of Berman-Savic and Kuchka, who are prolific players and dangerous in the opposing half. So this will not be an easy game. Sparta Praha certainly have some pedigree and will need to produce a decent level of performance to get a result and take a lead or even a draw into the second leg, which takes place next week. So in terms of Sparta Praha's Europa League campaign, they finished second in Group E in a group that featured Aris Limassol, Real Betis, and Rangers, who topped the group. But because they finished second, they didn't get automatic qualification like us. So they faced Galatasaray in a knockout round, and this fixture ended up being fireworks, a feisty encounter with lots of red cards and a brawl at the end as well. But the tie ended 6-4 to Sparta Praha. So here we are in the round of 16. So let's present the team news and I'll then predict the lineups for both teams as well. So let's start with Sparta Praha. Captain Kretsi, Bervencevic, and Reines are available for this fixture after missing the second leg of beating Galatasaray. They were suspended for that game due to the red cards, so they are now available. And unfortunately, one of their star players, their right back, Andreas Weinheim, is out for the rest of the season with an injury. In terms of Liverpool, Klopp did a press conference early on. Didn't reveal too much, to be fair. Endo, Szoboszlai, and Nunes are available for first-team action. Alisson, Trent, Bajtic, Gravenberch, and Jones are not any closer to returning to the lineup. Alisson and Trent are expected to be available after the international break, so some positive news in upcoming weeks. There's still uncertainty with regards to Salah's availability. Klopp has confirmed that he did start training, so he's in contention to take part in the game, or he might be wrapped up in cotton wool for the big game against City this Sunday. So remains to be seen if he features in the lineup. And we've got other long-term casualties in the name of Matip, Ben Doak, Thiago, and also Jota. So let's predict the lineups, and we'll start with the home team, which is Sparta Praha. So let me share grab it with you guys. So normally they play a 3-4-3 formation. So I would believe that that is a system that they'll stick with and play against us tomorrow. So let's start with their personnel. So in terms of their goalkeeper, it will be Windhau, who's their normally first choice goalkeeper. Let's see if I can find him on here. That is not how you spell his name. So it's Vindal. Yep, there is. Vindal Jensen. And then you have Vitic, who normally plays on the right side, if he's not even in there. Vitic. Is that not how you spell his name? Let me type in Sparta. Sparta Praha. So let's see if he's on this list. There he is. Not sure why I didn't come. I think because of his name is spelling there. So he starts on the right side, and then you have Panak in the center. And I think it'll be Gretzi, who is back into the lineup as he was suspended in the last fixture. Midfield 4, I think this will be Reines, who was also suspended. So he's back on that left wing. So a player definitely want to look out for. We've got Lassie, not the dog, but that is his name, Lassie, Albanian international there. So he goes in midfield alongside Krenin, who's finished descent. And then we've got Ricardo, if I spell his name properly. There we go. There he is. So that's the midfield 4. So I'm expecting these two guys to provide a width and creativity from the flanks, as it's quite a static sort of formation. So they will play a pivotal role in how they go about attacking Liverpool. And in terms of the front 3, as I mentioned, Haraslin will definitely be starting in this fixture. He starts on the left. You've got Bermencevic. He can play on the left wing, but due to Raslin's good form this season, he will probably play on the right wing. And up top is Kushta, who was their summer signing. So he starts in the central position. So this was the same lineup that played against Slavia Praha on Sunday. So I'm expecting it to be the same team unless the manager wants to rotate his squad. I very much that, especially when you've got Liverpool coming to your ground. You want to try and play your strongest lineup and try and get a result, this home advantage. So this is the lineup I'm expecting to see tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think. Just got a comment here from Anthony. Uncle Rose says, yo, you good, bro? All good, Uncle Rose. Thank you for your comment. And thank you for tuning in as well. So let's delve into the Liverpool lineup. So we'll unshare this graphic and present you with the Liverpool formation. So as always, guys, you know the formation, 4-3-3. We're not changing our system anytime soon. So in goal, there was a slight scare on social media saying that Kelleher has picked up, I think it was a knee injury. That was the rumor. But thankfully, that's been denied, and that is not the case. Having Adrian starting his fixture was, squeaky bum time, if I'm being honest. So I'm glad Kelleher is fit. So Kelleher starts in goal. And then for me, left back has to be Tsimikas. We have to make sure Robertson is fit and ready for the encounter for this Sunday against Man City. So I think Tsimikas, who for me has shown some great form whenever he's come off the bench, almost scored the winner in the last fixture. So I feel like he would definitely get some game time, get some rhythm as well. Because whenever he's come on, I feel like he's done a decent job. So he will, for me, definitely start in this game, in my opinion. On the right side, some would probably say Bradley. I'm going to go for Joe Gomez. I would probably save Bradley or give him a bit of a rest as he's played some consecutive games and have him starting in the City game this Sunday. So for me, Joe Gomez goes on the right side, and I'm going to go with Kwanzaa in the middle of defense. And then alongside him, I'm going to go with Konate. Konate, for me, probably won't play a full game, possibly play half the game or maybe an hour, and then we can possibly bring on Virgil, or we can put Joe Gomez in centre back and maybe put Conor Bradley on for the latter stages. But I don't expect Konate to play the full 90 minutes. Kwanzaa will most likely play the full game. In terms of midfield, tricky one. I would play with Endo just because he's returned back to the team. So I feel like it would be good for him to gain some match fitness. So I would start Endo in this game. I'm going to go with Szoboszlai. I know he's just returned from injury, so it's a little bit of a risk. Klopp didn't say too much in the conference in terms of if he's ready to start or not, but I feel like he needs to get some minutes under his belt. He looked off pace against Nottingham Forest, So I feel like even if he plays half the game or an hour, I think it will be beneficial for him against City this Sunday. And in midfield, I'm going to go with McConnell on the left side. He didn't feature much. He didn't start. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he featured or not, but he hasn't played in the last couple of games. So I feel like this would be a good game to have him in the squad, rotate with some of our midfielders. So this would be my midfield three. You've got an industrious midfielder in Endo. So Boslai providing the engine, and you've got McConnell, for me, has great passing ability. So I feel like this midfield will have a good balance against Sparta Praha. And up top, I know Mo Salah has been training and it looks like he's fit and ready to go, but I wouldn't start him in this game. If he does play, he'll probably play for me 10 or 20 minutes. I wouldn't want to play him too much. I'd rather save him for the City game. So I'm going to go with Elliot on the right wing. And up top, I know Darwin Núñez has just returned to injury, scored the winning goal against Nottingham Forest, which was crucial. But I'm not going to start him in this game. I'd want to save him as well. I sound very cautious today, I know. But I feel like in this game, we don't really need to go all guns blazing because the return leg is at Anfield. So even if we get a 1-0, or if it ends up being a 0-0, we've got Anfield to kind of resurrect or try and finish the job next week. So for me, I'm going to give Gakpo another chance to start in the lineup. I don't think he'll start on Sunday, if I'm being brutally honest. So that's why I think give him some game time. So he's still gaining match fitness on a weekly basis. And then for me, Diaz needs to be rested. So I'd go with someone else to play on the left wing. Kumas played against Southampton the other day. I know he was on the score sheet, but in terms of performance, I don't feel like he's quite there yet, in my opinion. So I'm actually going to go with Bobby Clark to play a bit more further up. As you can see, he plays centre mid or left wing, and I feel like he is comfortable playing that role, especially against Southampton. I remember he was shifting over to left quite a bit, so it seems to be a bit more of a natural role for him to be a player from the offensive side, from the left. So why not play him a bit further up? So this will be my Liverpool lineup. If you're watching live, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I know people are going to have split opinions. Some people might even start with Diaz in the lineup or Núñez, which, to be fair, is a fair shout as well. But maybe I'm just being a bit cautious. I feel like this side that I've presented here has enough quality to get a result in this game. And yeah, I'm confident that we can get the result in the end. So just got a comment here from Daz. Appreciate your comment, Daz, as always. So his lineup is Kelleher. So he's gone for Bradley at the back. Fair play. Ibu, Van Dijk, Robertson, Endo, Dominic Szoboszlai, Harvey, Salah, Núñez Diaz. You've gone for a very strong lineup. And I won't disagree with it, because if you look at Klopp's track record in this competition, he does normally go for a very strong lineup. And he has done in the last few fixtures from what I remember. So you never know. It could be this lineup. I'm probably just thinking a bit like, you don't need to go with the strongest team. We will have a lot of these players on the bench. So the ones that haven't featured, the likes of Salah will be on the bench. You'll have Darwin Núñez on the bench. Diaz will be on the bench. So if we need to bring these attackers on, we have the ability to do so. And in midfield, McAllister, I know I haven't mentioned him. I'd want to rest him because he's played quite a number of games in recent week. So having him off the bench would be a great option. He can play as a number 8 or as a number 6. And then in terms of the back four, Virgil's back there on the bench for me. So I feel like this team has enough quality. But look, Daz, I'll be honest with you. If that is the lineup, I wouldn't be hugely surprised. But what I've presented is the lineup that I'd probably like to go for, or I'd like to see. And I think we can get the job done in the end. So, yeah, fingers crossed. And hopefully we do get the result. Now, in terms of my score prediction, I'm not going to go too crazy with it. I think we'll produce a professional performance in this game. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Liverpool. And I think it'll be Gakpo who gets on the score sheet because he does tend to score goals in the Europa League. And I think Szoboszlai will be returning on the score sheet as well. So that's my lineup. That's my score prediction. And that's the end of the match preview. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you to Uncle Roz and Daz for your comment and contribution as always, guys. Next show, I haven't actually listed it on my channel yet, but I'm thinking of doing something different. So I'm touching the waters, as they say. I'm thinking of doing a watch along tomorrow. So I'll be starting the stream at 5:30. The game's at 5:45 UK time. So yeah, first time doing a watch along. Not sure how it's gonna go. So if you're free, why not have me in the background as you're watching the game? Feel free to drop your comments, and we'll try and make it as interactive as possible. But I'll also be doing my normal scheduled match reaction, which will be taking place at 10 p.m. later in the evening. It's a calling show as always, guys. So if you'd like to come on and have your say, the floor is yours. The link will be available in the live chat. It will be pinned for you guys in terms of easy access. I've just got another comment here from Daz. Daz is saying 3-0 to the Reds. Dominic Szoboszlai 2 and Darwin Núñez 1. That'd be amazing if that is the case. So thank you for your score prediction there, Daz. So yeah, that's a wrap up for today. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. So until next time, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to speak to all of you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.